Hey guys, welcome back to Revived Witch. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at gear. Now, I did about 10 energy refreshes on farming gear. This isn't going to be a gear guide as such. I just want to update you guys with what I've sort of figured from gear so far. I will farm gear for probably the next 4 to 5 days with all of my stamina refills, just so I can get my head completely around it and make a proper guide. I just thought it'd be good to document this and show you guys, how many drops I've got so far and the things that I've learned about gear, because it's early on. A lot of people are asking the question. I can't find a database of gear anywhere, so hopefully this can help you out. But like I said, I will do a proper gear guide in the future, hopefully get some more drops, find out what all the different set bonuses are, because some of them have set bonuses, so you want to be able to choose the right set that you want to go for before you upgrade them, all that sort of stuff. The game really tilts me. This is one beef that I have with the game, is that in the archive, it's both characters and equipment. Unless you've unlocked it, you can't see them, which I really hate. It really just burns my soul for theory crafting when you can't actually see this shit. So hopefully they just open that up and let us see stuff, or we can get a database online with everything in it, because it really triggers me. But if we go over here to the workshop, first of all, from about 10 refills, I think it was about 10 stamina refills, because I used 8 of my diamond ones and then 2 of my normals, roughly 10. I ended up getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So on average, like, every refill, you're doing about 4 runs, 3 to 4 runs, getting about one of these pieces of gear, which honestly, it isn't too bad. It's going to be a slow gear grind, but it is what it is. So as you can see, I've upgraded a bunch. I wouldn't recommend doing this. I only did them to 30, which isn't really too expensive. If you upgrade them to the next stage, for instance, if we go here to Forge, and I want to go ahead and as you can see, I did some enchanting. Once again, I probably wouldn't enchant this piece because it doesn't have a set bonus. But when you go to Ascend, then you're going to be having to use these pieces. For the previous 2 Ascensions, the first Ascension, you have to use 1 gold piece of gear. Second Ascension, you have to use 2 gold pieces of gear. And then you have to start using rainbow gear, which you don't want to do. Now, I'm going to go through the basics of gear. So pretty much, the gear you have the different slots, and you have different types of gear. So the main stat on the same type of gear is going to be the same so far. As you can see, these two are the same. They got the same main stats. This one's different, and it's got like different stat weightings. This piece has physical defense, and this piece has magic defense. Now, when you get them, the main stat, like if I just get another piece of armor of the underworld, it's always going to have these main stats. And the cool thing is, it does have a set bonus. Whereas if we look at this one, it doesn't have a set bonus. So for me personally, at this stage, like I said, it might change. I'm going to farm a bunch more. I wouldn't go upgrading these pieces of gear that do not have set bonuses. I feel like the set bonus is just like, it's like free extras. However, because I haven't unlocked enough gear, there might, if you're looking for like magic defense, or when we come to rings, how this one has attack as the highest stat, some rings have attack as the lowest stat. I don't know if you're going to find like a ring with the same attack weight with and without the set bonus, if that makes sense. So for instance, if you wanted a magical defense set, I don't know if there's a magical defense chest piece that has a set bonus. So that's the only thing I'm trying to figure out. Like I said, I need to get way more drops to figure that out. But in general, I'd probably look to ones with the set bonus. This one, Doll takes 15% less damage when under the effects of debuffs, and there's a hell of a lot of debuffs. If you're playing in PvP, everyone's got an Ella. You're getting debuffed to the wazoo, so at least you're taking less damage. Not too bad. So this one here, when health drops to 0, heals all other dolls for 20% of max health. I don't see this one being too vital for PvP. Maybe if you go with like a full YOLO team without anything that has any sustain, so you're like going for full on burst, maybe it could be like, clutch you, but I think this is going to be very situational, maybe in like some genius big brain comp that someone builds in the future. Then I have this one. As you can see, this shield, I upgraded it. I was just upgrading because I was testing things out, but once again, this doesn't have a set bonus, so I'm not so big on that. I did get another copy of that shield. As you can see, the main stats the same. Obviously this one's upgraded, but then you can get random stats on the substats, and you can actually re-roll these. Moving on from that, we do have this one, which I did get, which is for a... What's this for? It's for a healer, as you can see, healer. took me a sec to find that. Increases the doll's attack by 0.2% for every 1% max HP lost. If you're fighting something with a bunch of AoE, often healers do scale off of attack, so it's not too bad to get that on them as well. I haven't actually equipped that onto my healer yet. I don't know why. And as you can see, I did get another one of this chest piece where it's 15% less damage when under the control effects. So what I want to show you is the upgrade system. So what we'll do is we'll do this one because I haven't upgraded this for my healer yet. So we'll go ahead and forge. So what you'll find is you get so many of these things, like you will never have an issue with upgrade stones. Like you'll find you're normally buying the little ones from the whatchamacallit store, the friendship store. They really don't matter. Like you're going to get so many of these. It's not even funny. You're never going to have, I don't think you're ever going to run out of enough of these to be able to keep upgrading gear. Unless like the final upgrade costs so much, it's not funny. But at this stage, you just get so many of these, it's just ridiculous. But you're going to upgrade it to max level. You're going to ascend. And as I said, this one's going to use gold gear. I don't really want to feed any more of my gold gear, but for the sake of it, we'll go ahead and do it. We'll go do that. And then we're going to go back to enhance. And we're going to select a few of these, get it up to level 20. Now, the auto is really stupid. The auto prioritizes the lowest tier gear, so you'll just eat up all your low ones. So to be a bit more efficient, I go through this like this, and then go pop that, and then away we go. Just to try and use some of the big ones. Otherwise, you're just going to be over capping later on when you've burnt all your small ones, and it's just going to be stupid. So AI is a bit dumb in that sense. So this one, we're going to have to actually require 2 of these bad boys. I do have another shield, so we'll get rid of that. We'll get rid of that. We'll get rid of that because I'm actually upgrading one for a healer. So let's do that. So as I said, that's going to take 2. And as you can see, the next ascension is going to take a rainbow gear. I ain't going to feed a rainbow gear at this stage. I'll get a few more and decide which gears I think are fodder, which is mainly going to be the ones without sets, I think. And that's what I'll end up foddering off. But we can do that. We can enhance this all the way. And then away we go. So also on top of that, if we go to enchant, now these bad boys you're only going to be able to buy from the shop, which I'll talk about in a minute. These ones you will get as drops. I used about 20 of them just experimenting with it, and these ones you get as drops as well. So you can long press them, you can see where they drop from. Now, with these, I haven't figured out how to unlock this last equipment, like this last stat slot, which I believe will unlock with the next ascension. So that's how I think it's going to work, but I haven't actually ascended one to that point yet, so I haven't actually unlocked it, but I'm pretty sure you can unlock this. Now, when we go to reroll these stats, I don't really want to reroll this one because it's got 2 A's. This one has a possibility of getting an S, but it's not guaranteed. This one can reroll a C to an A affix. Like, so basically these are both A, meaning they're pretty good. They're the best I can really get unless I get the double S. But what I want to show you is maybe we'll do it on like a piece of this gear. Let's just throw it on this. That has got attack already, which is pretty high, but I'll just do it to demonstrate. So this one here, for instance, I can get a C to an A, and I can go enchant, and it changes it. So I went from a B attack to an A attack with attack percentage. So I'm going to replace that. I haven't worked out the weightings on flat to percentage. Normally in these games, percentage is better. Like I said, I'll have that in a guide once I do more digging into it. But that's the way it basically works. So the next thing I want to look at, actually, let's go ahead and send this one because I think this is just going to be like a bit, scaling a bit different. But this will take us to the 30, which should give us a send. Let's just do an experiment while we're here. I'm just going to eat up all my gold gear just for this experiment. So, just bear with me. I don't recommend doing this, but I'm pretty sure at this final ascension, we should unlock the extra substat. So I just want to test it here. As you can see, we go to the next star rating. Damn, I don't have any bows. Let's feed that and let's feed that. Just do it. Okay, good enough. Makes me hurt that. So we go there. Let's see, we go enhance. And we'll just go like this, pump this all the way up. Very wasteful. Like I said, it does start costing a fair bit of mana as well. And now I'm pretty much mana broke. But from then, we can go enchant. We still have not unlocked this one. So I've got to work out how we actually go about unlocking that one. Ascend. Ascension material cost required. Ascension limit has been reached. Okay, so I'm not too sure why this lock is here or how that unlocks. Like I said, I will cover that in a guide in the future once I actually figure out exactly how it works. But then once again, you can always go in whenever you want and re-roll with using these. Now, the thing I noticed is if we go back here and we go over to a piece of gear that I don't really like, that one's actually pretty good. That's got crit damage. It's got a pretty decent attack roll. Physical defense, magic defense. Let's just forge this one away. Enchant. So those are both A's. So what you can do is you can enchant and you can go like that. But the problem is that I've noticed you can't actually select which ones. So when you do enchant this, it's going to actually enchant both of them. And like you've got to choose to abandon or replace. So you got to choose to keep the original or take the new ones. You can't do one at a time. So it's like a big gamble every time you do it. So for instance, if we go enchant again, we got double C's, which is just trash. So then the luck meter goes up, and I think as the luck meter goes up, it increases your chance to get the max roll, which is A's on these. I'm pretty sure that's how the luck meter is working. As you can see, we've got a C and an A. I'm just going to burn a few of these because I'm not too stressed. I don't think these ones are going to be the biggest deal. So a C and an A, a B and a B. And as you can see, my A and A that I have on this one is pretty decent because we haven't rolled two A's this whole time. You will get at least one affix of the highest level for this enhancement. Now, what I want to check is, okay, so if we go abandon on that, and then we go with this instead, you can see my luck is at max. So the way I would be playing this, and I'll definitely do more testing on this. Like I said, I burnt like 20 or 30 of these things. I should have been getting my luck to max because the luck bar doesn't change with this. So like you want to be burning these ones to get your luck to max, and then swapping to these ones because then you're guaranteed to get at least one of them at the max rarity. So for instance, if we go to this, we're guaranteed to get an A. If we use the other one, we're guaranteed to get an S. I got to test if that's the way it works. And as you can see here, we got the exact same reroll. So we can keep or abandon. It doesn't really matter. But that's the basic gist. Like I said, not a full guide. I'm just giving you guys what I know. Like I said, I haven't figured out how to unlock this next stat. I'm assuming you can, so I'll have to wait and figure that out because we can't. Well, on the legendary gear at least, you couldn't unlock it, so I'll keep you guys updated as I find out more. But like I said, that's the basic gear grind. I personally enjoy grinding gear because it gives everything you farm that sense of RNG and like, am I going to get a cool piece of gear that I need? I thoroughly enjoy that, whereas just farming mana and skill upgrades to level things up, even though it's probably more functional at this stage of the game, it's not as fun. The other thing that I want to mention quickly before we bounce out is when we go over to the doll equipment, make sure if you're going for specific types of gear, you go to that sort of set that you're looking for. Now, I believe I've had the same chest piece drop from Guardian and the Destroyer section. So I think your chest and rings, you can get any chest and ring from these. Unfortunately, like we can't see the actual drops, but I believe the chest and rings are going to be generic across all of them. And then it's the weapon that changes depending on whether you're in Guardian, Healer, Destroyer, Assassin, or Mage Compeller. But that is pretty much what I've figured out for gears so far, guys. I'll probably start making a spreadsheet. I don't know if someone's started. If you've seen a spreadsheet of gear, let me know in the comments and I'll go check it out. It could make things a lot easier, but just trying to do some research into gear, and then like I said, I will have a guide in the future. But anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you have an awesome day, and I look forward to seeing the next one. Cheers.